It came upon that midnight clear, that glorious song of old, from angels bending near the earth to touch their harps of gold. Peace on the earth, goodwill to men, from heaven's all gracious King. The world in solemn stillness lay, to hear the angels sing. Hey, Tubies. You're like, what the heck? Bob's singing Christmas songs. Well, I feel like it's Christmas Day. I know we're close to Halloween, but I'm telling you, I'm living in a building with no heat. It's like 40 degrees in my house and freezing. I've got damp cold air coming in. And I got a Christmas present early today. That's why I'm singing Christmas songs. You like this, Lamb Chop? How do you like my new blanket? Here, I'm going to sit you down, so I'm going to show it to everybody. Okay, can you sit over? Yeah, go over there and sit down today. Okay, there you go. Yes. Yes, sit here. Sit right there. Well, I tell you, I am wrapped up in luxury. How you like my new blanket I got? Check this out. It's fur line. It's fleece line. It is luxurious. This was a gift from Baroness Colabob's. And thank you, Baroness. It was a perfect time gift because it is literally like in the 30s here in Virginia, and I have no heat in my condo because we live in an old building where they have to turn the heat on, and it's 2 more weeks till we have heat. So we just all suffer through it. This happens every year, but woo, this year it is bitter. But I am wrapped in this luxury. Thank you, Cola. I love you, sugar. I can't believe you did this. This was lovely. This was a gift from Baroness, one of my Christmas gifts she sent early. So thank you, Baroness. She said, "What's the matter with my tartan? Like, it's the best." It is. This is the Royal Stuart tartan, which for royal Scottish families wear this. So I descend from royal Scottish families, so I can wear the Royal Stuart. Underneath here, I'm wearing my scarf. It is literally freezing in my house. So I live in an old condo built in the 1950s, and we have single pane glass. I have no insulation around the windows and no heat. So I am like freezing. I've got on my scarf to keep my throat warm. Then I'm wrapped in a blanket. I'm wearing a cardigan sweater. By the way, how you like my little pin I'm wearing? This is the British Red Ensign, which I'll tell you about another day, but it's a flag I'm using. Oh, it is colder than cold. But you know what? No matter what, I just say, grab me a good cuppa, Earl Grey, wrap in my tartan blanket. And PsychicBob is good. And I got Lamb Chop on my side to keep me warm. Come up here and talk to everybody. Oh, there you go. All right. And Lamb Chop's here. And you like the blanket too, don't you? You want to get in the blanket? Are you cold? All right. He gets the cold. With all his fur, they wrap it up. How you like that? There you go. Put your ear back. There's a picture for you. Bob and Lamb Chop. Maybe I'll make that my Christmas card this year. Have a picture of me and Lamb Chop. How you guys doing out there? Oh my gosh, look, Lamb Chop. A lot of people. There's Robin Boston is here. There's Star Lightworker is here. There's Lady Bree. There's Baroness Colabobs. Love my blanket, Baroness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's John Thornton's here. There's Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe. Yay. Oh my gosh, it's so good to have all you here. There's Robert Stevens is here. I saw the therapist. She's here too. I tell you, Lamb Chop and I are wrapped up and staying cozy, and we're drinking tea. You want some tea? Oh, he wants some tea. Hold on here. Drink some tea. There, that's good, isn't it? Yeah. Well, it's Monday. It's been my day off. Baroness Colabobs and I've been trying to have a day today because you usually hang out on Monday. But my phone, I forgot to charge it, and then it went down, and I was out, so I couldn't spend part of the day with her. But that's all right. We tried, And she got me my blanket, which I love. So it's good to see you guys. There's Starlight Workers, Lady Bree. Yeah, Lady Bree says lamb chop needs a tartan. You know, then I'm going to get him a little tartan blanket to wrap him up in. So he likes to get in my blankets, see, you know. There we go. Well, I am glad you're here. And where else would Psychic Bob be? On a Monday night, it's a hanging with my tubies and watching the stars, watching astrology and the stars. So, Lamb Chop, I need to talk to her, but you're kind of in the way. I put another blanket over there. You want to go wrap up in that one for you? What? But it's not. He doesn't want to get in the other blanket because it's not tartan, he says. Well, it's a nice blanket. No, you're not going to move. Oh, he's snuggling down in. All right. Well, anyways, here we are. Jane, hi, Jane Harris. She's here with us. Welcome. Jane says, that blanket looks so cozy. It is. Baroness Kolobob's just bought it for me today as a Christmas gift early because I have no heat in my building for the next 2 weeks. And I am freezing. Imagine high-rise building, high winds, single pane, uninsulated glass windows. You get the scenario. I am chilled to the bone. But thank God for my tubies. Y'all keep me warm with all your love. All right, you're going to go in the other blanket. That's all there is to it, Lamb. So you're going to go in the blanket. Do you understand? Oh, he's hiding now. Oh, my goodness. What are we going to do? Get out of there. He's tucked down in there. You can't be snoring already. Now, get out of there. Come on. Oh, my goodness. Come on, get up. All right, you're going to go over there in the other blanket there, wrap up, okay? Oh, shh, they don't want to hear your protest. He's protesting that he doesn't get to wear a tartan blanket. We'll get you one, okay? If you're really nice, we'll get you one, okay? You got a warm blanket. But no, I'm not going to get you a lambskin blanket, please. College. All right, go over there, wrap up. Yeah, there you go. That's good. Oh, my goodness gracious. Things I have to deal with. Well, I'm so glad to be with you. I tell you, it is Monday, and thank you for being here. There's Amsterdam. So, hi, Amsterdam. So welcome. Good to see you. Yay. Everybody's choice. There's Amanda S. is here. Yay. Welcome, welcome. Well, I'm telling you, tonight we're going to see what's going on in the stars. You know, I'm fascinated with astrology. You know, sometimes people write me and say, Psych Bob, didn't you say Monday's your day off? I said, yeah, I don't do any private readings on Monday. And they said, then why you do YouTube? You should really just get away from everything. I said, well, you know what? I have fun with astrology. This is how I relax. I do astrology on Monday because I just love it. So if I'm going to do it, I might as well share it with my tubies. So tonight's just pull up your blanket in a chair, wrap yourself in a blanket, get yourself some tea, and hang with Psychic Bob, okay? Now, before we get started, because I forget this every week, I might I really encourage all y'all to get a little pen and a notepad and take some notes tonight because we're going to cover a lot of stuff. And this show is made to give you some psychic help. Some of you say, Bob, I can't buy a reading right now. I can't donate. Well, you don't have to donate. Just come to Monday night because astrology, we give you kind of the layout of what's going on all week. And you don't want to miss that. Robin Boston says, do you have your space heater on? No, I don't have a space heater. I have a small one, but it's not big enough. So I want to buy a big tower one. So I think I'm going to get that this week. They sell them up at various stores around the area have them. So anyways, yeah. But I'm going to get me a space heater because it is just too bitter in here. It's literally, I think it's just like 40 on my wall thermometer over there. We are going to look at astrology because you know what? When you think about astrology, what are you looking at? Stars, right? What's the stars? Stars are distant suns. And glory to God knows I need the Sun Lord today. We're going to invoke the Sun Lord. Praise you, Sun Lord. There's our Sun Lord right back here on our tapestry, see? In astrology, the sun is called the great illuminator of the zodiac, and it's the center of our astrology wheel. And we're going to spin around that wheel tonight and look at everything. All right, so there you go. Hi, John. John says, too cool. You know, John, it's like, think of 1950s building, all concrete, no insulation. You get the idea. The wall, now, funny part is the walls in this building are literally like 3 feet thick, plaster solid. Concrete and plaster. I mean, it's a soundproofing. You never hear anything. However, the downside is that concrete gets very cold, and when it gets cold, it makes everything cold. But that's all right. I'm not complaining. Hey, I'm with my tubies. I'm good. All right. We're all together. Hopefully, we're all safe, drinking our tea, and going to be happy together. So, PsychicBob will make it through. I'm going to try to buy a space heater tomorrow. Because I don't mind it being a little cool because I like cool weather, but this is like not normal. Anyways. All right. You're hardcore, Bob, John says. PsychicBob, nothing stops PsychicBob. I do readings when it's sub-zero in my house. You know, I do anything I want. I don't let nothing stop me. You know, my mom and dad, God bless them and rest their souls, but my mom and dad, you know, funny, they grew up on a farm. And you think being farm people, they'd have been a little more adjusted to the weather. But my parents were always the type like, oh, we're not going to go out. It's going to rain. Like I'd say, oh, I thought we're going to the mall tonight. Well, it looks like it's going to rain. We're just going to stay home. I don't think they were trying to be cozy. I think they were just paranoid of going in the weather. I don't let weather stop me. I don't care if it's rain or storm. If I plans, I never cancel anything. You know? Anyways. Well, listen, guys. Let's see what is going on with stars. Well, you know, we got a lot going on. By the way, we are in a new month, the month of October. And right now, our sun back here has moved into the sign of Libra. And Libra is the scales. We're going to be in the sign of Libra till October 22nd for most of the month, so basically. So I want to start off by saying happy birthday to our Libra babies. And we're starting off the week, which is really cool. Not only is our sun in Libra, you know, Libra is really favorably aspected right now in the astrology, so it's kind of cool. We'll get to that. But we've got our sun in Libra. We're starting off this week with our moon in Capricorn today. Capricorn is an earth sign. Thank God we all need that. Capricorn gives us a sense of grounding and well-being, okay? And Libra is an air sign, which opens up inspiration and communications. By the way, we've been in the sign of Libra since September 23rd. So September 23rd to October 22nd are the birth dates for Libra. So happy birthday again to our Libras, and it's your power time this month. Whenever the sun is in your sign, it's kind of like you get an extra blessing for the month. You know, you do. You know. Well, today has been, any of you been watching my Instagram or my TikTok? If you haven't, go over there and subscribe. My name is Psychic Bob over there. Okay. Damien, hey, there's Damien Divine. Good to see you, Damien. Damien says, when it's a good day out and green, excuse me, I can't read. Oh, I don't put my glasses. When it's a good day out and parents already talking about the next rainy day to come. Yeah, that sounds like my parents too. They were like that as well. But you know what? Love them while you got them, because life passes quickly. And I don't have any of my parents anymore. And I do miss them many times. I'd love to hear them complain about the weather today. You know. Yeah. So right now our sun is in the sign of Libra. So you Libras, it's your power month, okay? Our moon is in Capricorn, which I said brings a sense of grounded energy and balance and kind of motivation. There may be motivation by all of you to get things going. Capricorn tends to make you want to get up and get running. Libra opens your mind and inspiration for communications, you know. And then we've got, this was a triple power psychic power day because we have our moon trine Mercury. That puts you in touch with that inner voice, that inner communication. We've got our moon trine Uranus. That means sudden breakthrough. You know, have you ever had those days where you just wake up and it's like, oh, I know the answer to my problem. It's just like hits you out of the blue. That's moon trine Uranus. We've got that aspect today. And we've got our moon sextile Neptune, which you can't get more psychic than that. That means that that moon is drawing in our psychic power, opening our channels. So this is definitely a psychic power day. What a great way to kick off our week, you know. And, you know, we do have a few challenging aspects, but nothing horrific today. We do have Mercury square Mars, which means that you may find that you're a little challenged. As great as your inner world is today, you may find a little challenge this next few days in terms of communicating with others. It's kind of like you've got a great idea, but you can't get it out. Or maybe you may find like Mercury squared Mars makes people a little oversensitive sometimes. So people may not get your mood or they might take anything you say wrong. So be really careful with your speech right now. We also have Jupiter semi-square Uranus, which is a little bit of a caution to be careful in money situations. Now, as I've always said, Jupiter tends to nullify a lot of negative aspects. But when you get Jupiter and Uranus together, it's not in a challenging aspect. It just means be careful in money situations. So don't jump to put your money on a bet real quickly because you may not be clear about it. And it also means things can change suddenly. So if you see a good stock, you're like, I'm going to go buy that stock, and suddenly it tanks 5 minutes later. That's kind of Jupiter semi-square. You know, semi-square is not as bad as square, but really from an astrological place, they're about the same thing. And squares are what we call challenging aspects, meaning energy flows in an awkward way and it's not always peaceful. But just keep that in mind. Handle yourself well. Slow down. Listen to your speech. Don't overstep your lines. Don't get compulsive with finances. And you're going to be okay this week, all right? Now, that is for all 12 zodiac signs. Those are the major transits. They're starting us into this week. So that should help you, you know? Yeah. There's Robert Stevens is here. Yay, there's Stardust C here. Yay. All right. Stardust says, hi, Bob. I'm just leaving my job and driving home. Lots of rain, 40 degrees. Oh, I know. Believe me, I'm in it too. Yay. All right. Hold on just a second. I got to deal with something here. All right. What's going on? Okay. So now we're going to spin around that big zodiac wheel and talk about all 12 zodiac signs. So everybody here, okay? Therapist says, so I shouldn't play the Powerball, LOL. You can play the Powerball lottery. Just buy one ticket. Don't spend half your paycheck. You know, I got to tell you, therapist, I was at a store one day, and this guy walked in. He got his check cashed because they did check cashing at the store. He had a check for $600. And he said, I know I'm going to win. He took his entire paycheck and bought Powerball. And guess what? He didn't win. And he bought half of it was scratch tickets, half on Powerball. He didn't win anything. He couldn't pay his rent. Then he was in the next day because I was there the next day. He's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't pay my rent. I thought, you idiot. You should have blown your money. You should have paid your rent. His rent was like $400. So he could have got his paycheck cash and still had $200 to live off of for the week. And, you know, he blew it all. Anyways, don't be like that. Buy one ticket, have fun, but don't go crazy. All right. Well, let's spin around our big zodiac. Well, hey, there's Melinda Tornay. Welcome. Hi, say goodbye, Baroness. Cole Bobs. Hope everything is good. Waiting for Scorpio. All right. Well, we're just getting ready to start into the horoscopes. You missed the major transits, Melinda, so make sure and go back and watch that later because there's a lot of important stuff there. All right. So, by the way, welcome to our newbies. I forget to tell people who I am. If you're new here and say, who is this guy? My name is Psychic Bob, also known as Bob Hickman. I am a full-time professional psychic medium and astrologer. And welcome to our show. Monday night, we do astrology forecast. Now, I want to also say before we get in the horoscopes, these astrology horoscopes, these astrological horoscopes, are my creation. I don't take them from a website and write them down and read them. I don't steal them from other astrologers. No, I literally sit with the star charts and I look at those star charts and progress it through the week, and I know what the signs are doing. So that's how your horoscope comes about, okay? I wrote them. They're unique to Psychic Bob. They're my copyrighted horoscopes, so don't nobody else steal them. But you can write them down, study them for yourself so you know what's coming this week. Okay? So there you go. All right. There's Lori Skirchak. Hi, Lori. Welcome. She's here from North Carolina. There's Joey Goth Madness here. Yay. Thank you. You guys are great. Welcome. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'd love you to be here and click the bell so you get updates. I put out a video 7 days a week. Tomorrow, we're going to do messages from the spirit world at noon, live psychic readings. Now, as some of you may not know, if you're new here, I am not doing psychic readings tonight, so don't ask for a reading. Tonight is simply astrology because it's Psychic Bob's day off. So I take a day off. I don't do any readings today because I have to have a break too, as much as I love you guys. But I will answer some astrology questions a little later, so we'll come back to that, okay? But right now, we're going to spin around our big wheel here and see what is in the stars for you. So listen up. I'll give the birth date range after each zodiac sign. So if you don't know what sign you are, listen up and you'll find out, okay? I think most people know their signs, but maybe you don't. Maybe it's been a long time, you're not sure. All right, so our first sign on our wheel today is Aries, and that's March 21st through April 19th. All right, Aries. All right, Aries, this week is a bit of a caution week for you. Shows a lot of high energy around Aries, but you must really slow it down and pay attention to a financial situation that needs your attention. Aries, if you haven't looked at your finances lately, please check them out. You don't want to be overdrawn in your bank account or be placed in a bad financial situation. So this week, Aries, it's all about the money. Okay, now that doesn't mean you can't be spiritual, but start with the money this week because it shows a little bit of precarious energy. There's some Uranian influence and some alignments around Aries right now. It has me just a little concerned that Aries could get, taken to the cleaners, especially Aries. If you're like opening a bank account, don't just sign on the line. Read the terms because you don't know if the bank is going to start assessing you fees or something really crazy. I've seen it happen to people. So Aries, this week, it's about slowing down, focusing on the finance, all right? So your key word this week is focus, pay attention, finance. Got it? All right. You're going to get through Aries, and it doesn't indicate you're going to lose money, but it just indicates there could be a little hijinks going on there. Watch it, nip it in the bud. All right. There you go, Aries. Now you got your homework, Hi, Luana C. Thank you. Hi, you look like you feel nice and cozy. Well, actually, Luana, I'm trying to be cozy. If you weren't here earlier, I don't have any heat in my house. It's like 40 degrees, and I am freezing. And Baroness Kolobob's got me this blanket as a Christmas gift. So I am wrapped up in it. I got on my scarf, too, and my sweater. It's like 40 degrees inside my house, and I have no heat for 2 weeks. So I'm trying to be cozy. I'm sipping my tea and wrapped in my tartan. Nothing like tea and tartan, is there? All right. There you go, Aries. You got your homework. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Taurus. Taurus is the big bull. April 20th through May 20th. By the way, Aries sign is the ram, the big ram. Taurus is the bull. April 20th to May 20th through Taurus. All right. Taurus, right now, you've got to be the bigger person. You may feel that your authority or your independence is challenged this week, Taurus. What you got to do is avoid getting trapped in the drama of people around you. You may find this week, Taurus, that people are trying to implicate you in something you have nothing to do with. They're going to try to drag you into and get you to be all worked up. Step back, Taurus, this week and say, I see the game you're playing, and I choose not to play that game. Don't attack on people. Don't go on the offensive. Be on the defensive. Step back, observe, retreat, and say, I'm not playing the game. When you're the bigger person, you stay out of it. You're going to save yourself a lot of hassle this week. And in the end, it's going to all come to nothing. So there's a lot of energy around Taurus this week where the planets show kind of vicissitudes of drama. A lot of this looks like it's going to be family drama, but it could also be work drama. So just don't get trapped into it. Just say, yeah, okay, y'all have your argument. Do whatever. I'm out of here. And that is your secret this week, Taurus. So focus on the future, right? Don't go, get all worked up. I mean, we all do that sometimes. We're human. But like I say, astrology gives you the truth. So, because I say forewarned is forearmed, meaning you now, Taurus, know what's coming. You won't get caught in the drama, and you're going to rock it. All right? So there you go. Focus on the future. Don't get caught in the drama of the moment. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Gemini, May 21st through June 20th. Gemini, you have a lot of energy similar to the Taurus. It's more definitely focused in the family area, particularly between siblings right now. If you have any siblings, can be parents as well, but it's predominantly siblings. Right now, Gemini, you've got to stay silent, all right, and observe. Observe everybody else's dynamic. Don't yourself get into it, Gemini. People like the Taurus are going to pull you into conflict this week. But know that ahead of time. And then you're like, you know what? I'm cool. I don't have to be part of it. You're going to find, both you and the Taurus this week, that even if people want to be drama queens, you can just stay out of it. And you won't be implicated. They may try to, but it's not going to stick. So don't worry. There's no danger coming to you, Geminis. But stay silent. You're a secret, because, see, Geminis are the natural communicators. And Gemini, right now, if you try to use your persuasion, your communication is going to backfire. So just don't do it. Just choose not to be involved. Choose to be absent from that drama, that scene, and you'll be okay. All right? So there you go, Gemini. You got your workout for you. And if you have a really rough week, call up your Taurus friends. Y'all can commiserate together, because they'll be going through similar. All right? Don't worry, guys. It's not going to be as bad as it sounds. I'm just trying to keep you out of harm's way. All right? There's Baroness Colbob. She says, tea, tartan, cola, and lamb chop. Perfect combination for warmth. Ah, I agree. Thank you, Baroness. All right. Okay, our next sign wheel is Cancer, June 21st through July 22nd. All right. Cancer, this week, you're going to have a lot of success at work. It shows a lot of high planetary energy around working, like trying to get things done, accomplishing goals. That's all good and well. But there's also equally another side that's going to be pulling at you, and that's about making time for fun and for love. There's a little romance energy going on around Cancers this week. So Cancer, don't neglect the love and the fun. Don't get obsessed with work. It shows like the work is kind of the predominant energy, but you've got to bring some balance and have some fun too. And for you Cancers who think, I don't want any romance in my life, when you say that, love strikes you out of the blue. So be open to it, Cancer. A little love, a little work, So have both in your life. Work on that work, play, life quality balance. Okay, that's what you're going to focus on this week. So Cancers, don't get obsessive about the job, because it looks like there's energy in the planets to show that's where you're going to be a little obsessed with that. Think about what you're neglecting in your life, Cancer. Did you have your neighbor, maybe a neighbor that you knew? You said, "Oh, I'm going to take you to tea," but it's been 3 weeks because you've been so busy at work you forget. Slow down this week, Cancer, and go out to tea with your neighbor. Okay? Make time for fun. And who knows, a little romance is foreshadowed here in the stars. So you might end up with a new girlfriend, new boyfriend, new something. All right? So there you go. That's your work, Cancer. Work on that balance. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Leo, July 23rd through August 22nd. All right, Leos, you are also, because of your alignment, sharing a little bit of that Cancerian energy with the work and romance. Leo, on your side, it's a little stronger, saying romance and work are definitely mixing. So if you're a single Leo, you might walk into the office this week and say, "Oh, where'd the love of my life come from? Who's that new girl at the office?" All right. So be ready, because it shows a kind of a collision between the planetary alignments for work success and romance crisscrossing here. And so I think you Leos are going to find, now, they always say don't mix romance and business, but sometimes it happens no matter if you don't want to. And it looks like for you Leos, some hot times are heating up. I'm going to hang out with the Leos. That might make me warmer. Sorry, Lamb Chop. I'm going to hang out with my Leo friends. I'm so mean to Lamb Chop. All right. So, Cola, would you help Seer Wealth? I don't know what they're talking about. Hi, Seer says, Bob, what do you prefer, chopped liver or haggis? Are you a Scots person? All right. I don't prefer either, to be honest. I'll just take my tea and scones. All right. Thank you, John. John says, you're really great, Bob. I'm just crazy, John. I don't know if I'm great, but I'm definitely insane. But you know what I always say? It doesn't matter. Once you go from sanity to insanity, it's not so bad on the other side. All right. So, Leo. All right, Leo, you thought you slipped out without saying Bob telling you the truth. Leo, there's a little romance. Now, I'm not saying go cheat on your partner. If you're already in a relationship, all right, Leo, I'm not saying go flirt with the girl at the office when you've got a wife at home. No. That the PsychicBob's not giving you permission for that. And I need to explain that, because I said one other time in a horoscope I was reading, I told somebody new romance is heating up at the office. And somebody wrote me a letter and they said, well, Bob, I'm married. Can I go ahead and have an affair with the girl at the office that I like, since you said that? No. PsychicBob is not giving you permission to break people's hearts through astrology. So don't get that in your head. I'm saying if you're a single Leo and you don't have any ties on you, be open that somebody through the work might be in a romance. Now, if you're a married Leo or dating somebody, all right, you're in a committed relationship, if that romance, that attraction could be there. Somebody might flirt with you. You might say, wow, they're a nice looking woman over there. Don't go for it. You're not getting permission for PsychicBob. I'm just saying, for some of you, this may happen. All right. So there you go. All right, Leos. So romance and work might mix this week, and enjoy both if you have the opportunity and in a position to do so, provided you're not breaking anybody's hearts. All right. There we go. Now I said that. All right. Next on our wheel is Virgo. Virgo is August 23rd through September 22nd. You know, Virgo, this week you are really tuned in on the psychic side. You really want to trust your psychic senses, particularly in both love and business. You and the Leos have this business romance thing. The planets are so close aligned. It's affecting Virgo as well. And so, Virgo, this week, trust your psychic senses. Virgo, you're going to have a real sense of gift of timing this week. It's like you're just going to know what to do at the right time, and it's going to be a major success for you. So trust that inner voice, Virgo, because the psychic power is moving you ahead right now in business and romance too. All right. So now with the Virgos, it may not be all love at the office. This around Virgo kind of indicates loved in general in your life. So if you're a Virgo and trying to move into romance, but one that trust your sense of timing, when to say what, when to ask that person out. All right. You just got a psychic sense flowing this week, Virgo, that's giving you support in both of those areas. So it's a lucky week for Virgos. You're going to get lucky on every front. You might get a job promotion and get a spouse to boot. So there you go. All right, Virgos. Trust that psychic sense. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Libra, September 23rd through October the 22nd. What do we got going on, Libras? Oh yes, this is the Libra. You're kicking off this week with a lot of power around you. This week, Libra, you want to focus on your personal power to do life changes. A lot of you Libras are going to find right now, because you're in your birthday period and the sun is in your sign, you're going to feel a kind of almost a compulsion, an idea that you want to just make some major life changes. And right now, it really is interestingly perfectly aligned for Libras to really make some major changes. So Libra, if you're feeling it, trust it and follow it. Don't be afraid of change, because, when we come to our birthdays, it's a time of psychic power. And right now you've got psychic power working for you. You've got astrological power. That sun, the great illuminator of the Zodiac, is in your sign, giving you a lot of power right now. And I want to encourage you Libras out there, take it, run with it. You might be a Libra, you've been stuck in a job for 5 years, saying, 5 years later, I'm still unhappy and I still hate this job. And you say, if I were to say to you, well, why do you stay? You'd probably say, well, I don't know, it's secure, even though I hate it. Not good enough reason. Libra, you want to seize the day. What is that term? Carpe diem. Seize the day, Libra, and let yourself experience power, joy, success. You can change your life now. The stars are supporting you. Heck, don't listen to Psychic Bob. Listen to the stars. The cosmic chart gives you the power and the permission to leave that job, to leave it. Only once a year do you get to be in these power alignments for your sign. And right now you got power aligning on many fronts. So I wouldn't waste it, Libra. I'm not trying to lecture or, push you into anything. But I'm just saying, if you've been feeling it, it's time to deal it. If you're feeling it, you deal it. You just say, this is how it is. I'm a Libra. I claim Libra power. Get glorified. There you go, Libra. Whew, glory to you. Whew, blessed be the Sun, Lord. Powering Libras. All right. All right, Libra, you know what you got to do. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Scorpio, October the 23rd through November the 21st. All right. Oh, Scorpio, this is going to be a mystic week for you. Scorpio, this is all about the inner mysteries of past lives. If you're a Scorpio, this week, you want to be open to understanding the past, particularly your own past lives. It would be a great week for Scorpios to read books on past lives, maybe have a past life regression therapy. And then by all means, Scorpio, please pay attention to your dreams this week, because there's a lot of energy around Scorpios to have past life visions. So look to the past of your own soul journey. Where have you come from? Where are you now? What does that mean? Because we've all incarnated with the purpose. All right. We all here with unresolved karma. And you Scorpios right now, you are reigning in the psychic area of past lives. So looking to that past, understanding that karmic reality will give you power how to fix it now. If you're a Scorpion, you're like, I am stuck in my life. I don't know what to do in this situation. Don't get your mind all stressed out trying to figure it out. Just say, I'm going to get my crystal ball. I'm going to get my scrying mirror. I'm going to do self-hypnosis. I don't care which way you do it. And I'm going to find my past. Find that past life. And it will open up the truth of past lives, past incarnations. And it will give you understanding where you come from and what you need to do. So this week, Scorpio, it's all about looking to past lives, exploring the mysteries of reincarnation. What does that mean? You may find, Scorpio, you're at a crossroads right now where you're starting to question life. All the planetary alignments around Scorpio this week push towards, what's the deeper truth? What's the deeper mystery? So Scorpio, explore that, and you will have power to soar above your problem and into a much greener pasture. Look to the past to solve the issues, to move to the future. That's your homework, Scorpio. There you go. Whew, that's mystical. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Sagittarius. That's November 22nd through December 21st. Oh, Sagittarius. You listen, you are the movie stars of the Zodiac this week. Your prestige is rising. Your power is increasing. And you are going to be the glamour king and queen this week. All right? If you're a Sagittarius now, take advantage of this opportunity. Maybe you've been wanting to get in front of somebody important to talk about a cause you believe in. Maybe you've been wanting to talk to the mayor, and every time you call City Hall, they put you on hold and ignore you, and you never do get anything resolved. All right, this week, put on your finest, show up in person, and not only will you be received, you'll be treated like royalty. Sagittarius, it's all about glam, power, and prestige. Now, it's not just show power. This is real power. All right, so you're going to be heard this week, Sagittarius. You're going to have influence this week. Don't waste the opportunity. Say, what do I need to get accomplished? How can I bring influence to bear? Maybe you're a Sagittarius. I had this happen to somebody recently. They called me and they said, Bob, my daughter is in the hospital for heroin overdose, and her daughter is in foster care, and we don't know what to do. See, if you're in a situation like that, this says this week as a Sag, you call the social services. You get that child out of foster care, you bring it home, and you help that child to be safe. You have influence to change things that in the past you might not have been able to. So don't bypass an opportunity. You Sagittarius got to really think about that this week. Name it and claim it, and you're going to manifest it. Dress your finest, Sagittarius. This week it's about showing the power. So if you're a Sagittarius, you think, gee, I've got that beautiful designer suit in my closet. I never did wear it. It's time to bring out the power suit. If you're a guy and you think, I got that purple power tie, that silk Gucci tie, it's time to put on the best. Show off, be a little glam, not a little, be a lot glam. Put on the power play this week, Sag. It's what it's all about. And you will accomplish your goals. You guys got that? Whew! Are we glorified? Sagittarius, you got to get glorified this week. Dress the best, look the best, claim your power. I think between you and the Libras, you're winning the most powerful signs. You've got the most powerful transits for the week. All right. Our next sign on our wheel is El Caprio Capricorn. I happen to know a Capricorn, very dear person, but I won't say her name. Baroness Colbos. Capricorn, El Caprio, December 22nd through January 19th. Whew! Baroness, this is your week. Let me tell you why. This week for Capricorns, and this isn't just Baroness, this is everybody, but Baroness, it's your lucky week too. It's psychic power. The psychic power is strong right now around Capricorns. And what's interesting is the planetary alignments show that the power is focused on spirit communication. So for you Capricorns right now, it's a time to do alliances. You got some Pluto power going on there. But you want to form your alliances with spiritual entities. You may find that you're kind of going it alone, Capricorn, like that the world around you may not be so much supporting you, but your alignment with the spirit forces turn everything around and get you moving forward. So your secret to success, Capricorns, is knowing where the alignment of power is. So don't look to man, look to spirit. And if you align with spirit, you are sure to rock it this week. You're going to have breakthroughs. You're going to have miracles, So the answer is knowing who to align with. And according to the astrology, the power is a psychic power aligned with spirit presences. And that's, you can't touch that. That's pretty powerful. There you go, Capricorn. So think about your alignment. Align with spirit for success. And that's Capricorn. You got to do that this week, okay? There you go. All right. All right. Everybody okay in chat? Are we having an argument? I can't tell what's going on there. All right. So now let's jump down to Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius. I love Aquariuses. I'm not biased, am I? Somebody said, isn't it a conflict of interest to write your own horoscope? And I said, no, because see, I can't just make it up. It's like on the chart. It's there whether I want it to be or not. And if I was writing my own horoscope, I'd have a little happier horoscope this week. So I'm being honest. Now, don't panic, horoscopes. Panic, Aquariuses. This week, Aquarius, let me tell you what you got to do. This week, Aquarius, you got to slow everything down. Sometimes you get up in your head and you run 100 miles an hour. This week, the alignments show that Aquarius must slow down and be very, very careful to not jump to conclusions. Okay, don't do that. And be very, very careful with your words. Guard your words this week. Aquarius, you're an air sign. You're one of the natural communicators of the zodiac. One of the best communicators are Aquariuses. But Aquarius, this week, you may be a little challenged in that your words could be misinterpreted. And if you're not careful, you could step into it and cause all sort of drama. So Aquarius, my advice to you is slow down, more observe than speak this week. Be more silent. Don't jump to conclusions and start pontificating and putting out your opinions. Not that I ever do that. But this week is how you get through. I wish I could come here and say, Aquarius, you're winning millions of dollars in the lottery this week, but that's not the truth. So for those who ask me, isn't it a conflict of interest to write Aquarius' horoscope when I'm an Aquarius? No, because I just look at it objectively. It has nothing to do with me. And as an Aquarius, I am in the chart. It is what it is. So this week, Aquarius, you've got to be guarding your words, slow down, observe rather than speak, and then you'll get through the week without any drama, and you'll still be able to be successful. Okay. All right. Baroness seems to agree with this horoscope. She says, Bob, are you listed to Aquarius? Yeah, I know. I got a lesson to learn there, don't I? Okay. So there you go. All right, Aquarius, you got it? Everybody on the same page with Psychic Bob? All right. And our next sign on our wheel is Pisces. Woo, Pisces. February 19th through March 20th. Pisces, this week you are so attuned. You've got Neptune in your chart, very predominantly placed. This means this week you've got to use your psychic power to uncover hidden truths. You also had the planet Pluto predominantly placed close to that Neptune this week. And it means like Pluto is the planet of alignments and partnerships, but also uncovering hidden truths. So this week, Pisces, you really want to use that psychic sense to dig deep and find what you're not seeing, particularly in business, it shows, because the Pluto oftentimes rules business partnerships and alignments, but it can also point towards hidden truths or things that are not seen. So if you're a Pisces and you're about to invest $1,000 in a new business, you might want to slow down, use your psychic sense, get a sense of who you're dealing with, look at the company going forward, look at the partnerships you're forming. Really use that psychic sense. Check it out. Be very careful. Do your due diligence as well. And then move forward. So, sometimes, we get excited about things, don't we? All of us do it. But especially this week, Pisces, you've got to be on guard against this. So use your psychic senses. Let them help you to move forward in a way so you don't get damaged. All right. And that's what Pisces got to do this week. Neptune is your power planet, and you got it right in your sign. And so that's a good alignment. Okay. There you go, Pisces. You got it? Have I confused you guys? Maybe I just bored you all to death. I hope not. Here's April's Urban Homestead. She's a Pisces. Yay, welcome. Amsterdam still, she's a Pisces too. Yay. All right. Oh my gosh. Baroness just reminded me, she said, read that Aquarius again, LOL. Stardust C says, hey, Psychic Bob, do you do past life regression and what's the price? I no longer do past life regression. I used to do it, but due to liability issues, and now that I don't have an office, I don't really have the setup. So no, I don't do it. I would encourage you, Stardust, if you want to do that and explore that. I would contact a hypnotherapist. A lot of hypnotherapists do also do past life regression. Not all of them, but if they're kind of a cool, open-minded person, they'll do that. So look in your local listings for hypnotherapists in your area. I honestly recommend, if you want to do past life regression, that you do it in person. There are people who do it over the internet. People say, well, Bob, can I do it with you over the internet? Truth is, I can hypnotize you over the internet, but I don't think it's a safe thing, because sometimes when people go under in hypnosis, things can happen, and you need to physically be with somebody who can help you come through that. If you start to have panic attack, if you start to breathe irregularly, there's a lot that will happen, but could happen. And I think for safety's sake, you shouldn't do it unless you're with somebody in person. My personal belief on that. There's some therapists will do it via internet. I could do it if I were all into the money. I could make a lot of money doing hypnotherapy sessions via internet, but I don't feel it's ethical. That's my personal belief. I'm not knocking anybody who does it. I just choose not to. Okay. But that's what I would encourage you to do. Okay. Thank you. All right. April's Urban Homestead said, you did a past life regression for me years ago, and it helped me so much. I'm grateful you did one for me. Well, April, I'm so glad. I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time, but that's cool. Yay. Very good. Yeah, I'm not able to do it anymore just because of setup. I don't have the right setup. I think it's just best to do it in person. I really do. All right. Anyways, if you guys want to ask some astrology questions tonight, I'll be happy to answer these. I'm not doing private messages. We'll do that tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon. Be back here for messages from the spirit world. But if you want to ask an astrology question tonight, I'll be happy to answer that as well. Did you guys like your horoscopes tonight, huh? Does that help you? If you got here late, make sure to go back and watch the beginning because we covered the major transits, what's going on with the lunar alignments this week, and Mercury square Mars and the Jupiter square, semi-square Uranus, all that. So you want to go back and watch that, okay? You know. John Thorne says, I'm so clueless, I don't know what to ask. That's all right, John. Just hang out and have a good time then. Leonie Omniverse, Antiveros says, when are your readings again? Tomorrow, I'll be doing 12 o'clock noon Eastern U.S. time. Live, we'll be here like this now. But it'll be tomorrow at noon Eastern time. That's 12 Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain time, 9 a.m. Pacific. For those of you in Europe, it'll be 5 p.m. London time, 6 p.m. Paris time. And what other time zone you're in, you'll have to figure that out. But it's 12 noon Eastern U.S. time. Okay. All right. Lady Bree says, my horoscope sounds very fitting right now. So you're a Cancer. Yeah. All right, Bree. So it looks like you're going to work on that balance there. All right. Baroness Callbob says, love the horoscope, Bob. Thank you. You're the bestest. Love you. Thank you, Baroness. Glad to help. I was excited. I love when I put together and I see really cool stuff. I'm like, oh, that's a really cool horoscope this week. And it was really cool. I didn't tailor it to make Baroness happy. It really is for all the Capricorns. All right. Amsterdam says, did I ask about pets and animals in horoscopes? I think you might have, but it's worth discussing again, Amsterdam Soul. The fact of the matter is that animals and pets can have horoscopes cast for them. My mother, I got to tell you a funny story, used to have a little Chihuahua years ago named Jake. This dog was the most maladjusted, anxious, crazed dog. You might have seen my video. I have a video about 10 years ago, and it's called Demon Chihuahua. Psychic Bob visits a demon Chihuahua. This dog was vicious and hated everybody. And so I decided to do astrology. I thought, I wonder if there's something in this dog's chart that might point us. So I cast an astrology chart for the dog and discovered the dog was a Leo. He was a Leo, and he had some weird transits about antisocial behavior. And I thought, well, it really explains, yes, you can do astrology for your pets. Anybody want me to do their pet's astrology chart? I'll do that for you. By the way, if you want to order private charts, I do sell private charts. I do charge for the readings. It's $80 for reading. But what it is I cast your horoscope, and then I do an audio file reading. So I do a recorded reading. I'll be talking to you on the audio file. I'll say, hi, John, you've got Mars in the 3rd house this month, and it means this and this and this. And I go through it in an audio file. I used to hand write it, but it's too much to write the reports. It takes me like 4 days where I can get through a reading in about a half hour. And so it's $80. And if you want to buy an astrology chart, just go to my website and you'll see on the page where the readings are listed, it's called compact voice reading. That's a type of psychic reading, but it's the same price as astrology. So if you buy a compact voice reading, but you want astrology instead of that reading, just buy that reading and then send me and say, I want this for the astrology, not the standard compact reading. Okay. So now compact voice reading, because somebody's going to say, what's that? That is where you can ask me up to 3 questions, and I do an in-depth analysis of your questions, and I put it on an audio file and send it to you. It's not the same as an in-person private reading, but it's a little more close to that. It's for people who need something quick and short. They don't want to sit through a full hour, and they don't have time or whatever reason. So what they do is they email me 3 questions, and then I do an audio file recording. I record the responses. Like they'll say, Bob, am I going to move? And I'll answer on audio file. Say, yes, I see you moving. Da, 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 da. It's going to be this and this. And I give detailed information. And then I email that to you through the email. I send back an email that has that reading attached to it. That's called a compact voice reading. Now, I also do compact voice reading for astrology. Okay, so if you want one or both of those, just let me know. Okay. So Amsterdam, so on a tangent, yes, I can do animal and pet horoscopes. Okay. All right. Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe says, can your horoscope give you an edge in a certain type of career? Absolutely. Because the horoscope will show you where your talents lie. It will also show you where your challenges lie. And so knowing kind of where your strengths and weaknesses are keep you out of a lot of problems. You know, if your horoscope, for example, shows that you're a very free spirit and you're more artistic, like it probably wouldn't be good for you to go into a job that's like an accounting job where you're very rigid, a lot of rules, and you have to stay very structured and strict. Also, sometimes horoscopes are good. Like you can do an astrology report on a company. So you can look at a founding of a company and see what alignments are in place. And that can also tell you the energy around a company. You know, like I had somebody once come to me and they're like, well, I got 2 major job offers and I like both companies. And they didn't have the astrology information for the bosses they're going to work for. But I said, well, let's look at the companies. So we found the founding dates of the companies, what kind of alignments were around those corporation dates when they started. And it gave us a lot of insight on the company. So I did that for them. And it really worked. And it ended up being really true. They were like, wow, that's amazing. Because like, let's say they were going to work for IBM was one company and the other was Microsoft. Like, which one do they go with? So I wasn't those companies, but I'm just saying like that could be an example. And then I said, well, you know, IBM shows challenges in these areas. Microsoft shows challenges in these areas. These companies have these plus points. The chart shows this around that, you know. So yeah, it can definitely help with a career and show you your talents and also the corporations you're working for. Yes. So I hope that answers that. Okay. April's Urban Home says, is anything in retrograde this week? Yeah, we have quite a number of planets in retrograde. Luckily, Mercury is no longer in retrograde. Hold on, let me pull up one of my charts here. I can tell you real quick. Let's see. So we have a number of things in retrograde. Jupiter is in retrograde this week. We've got Saturn in retrograde. Uranus is in retrograde. Neptune is in retrograde. Pluto is in retrograde. So all those planets are retrograde right now. Okay. Now, I don't personally believe that every time there's a retrograde, it's a crisis, but a lot of people find that the retrogrades do tend to make things go a little off kilter, you know. So like Jupiter retrograde, that's one of the alignments we were talking about earlier. So like right now, Jupiter is retrograde in a semi-square Uranus, okay? So Jupiter, I'm always the one saying, Jupiter cancels out all negativities. But this week it's a little weaker than usual because Jupiter is retrograde and it's semi-square, which is a challenge you guys, right? Against Uranus, you know, which is also retrograde. So that Jupiter semi-square Uranus is not as positive as it might have been. And that's why I said earlier, be very careful with your money. All right. So yeah, there are some challenges, but those are the planets that are retrograde right now. Luckily, Mercury is not retrograde. It went, it was on the second, was it the second yesterday? I think it was yesterday it went direct, pretty sure. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Lady Bree says, my dog is a Gemini and she's only mean sometimes. LOL. That's cute. My mom's Chihuahua was a dog and he was a Leo. And I'm telling you that I think that gave that dog a complex, you know. Like you imagine me a dog and you're the opposite sign of what you are, you know. John Thorne says, I am tickled that my horoscope indicates I have a chance of breaking a dry spell and getting involved with somebody. I can't say that word. In a romantic, intense way. Yes, John, it certainly does. There you go. Thank you, Lady J. I'm glad that helps you. Good. She said my answer helped her. Thank you so much. Baroness Kolobob says, I knew Mercury retrograded in it. Thank God. LOL. Everyone was whacked. It was a little crazy, you know. April's Urban Homesteads. All these retrogrades. Listen, April, don't let it panic you. It's a little challenging, but it's not the end of the world. And I always tell people, don't stop living your life because of a retrograde. Just plug on. You see, you'll make it. You're going to get through. We have a lot of powerful, good aspects this month. It's not all challenges, you know. John got what I said. John thought it's like LOL, Bob. All right. Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Time said Mercury retrograde brought them all out. Yeah, all the crazy people came out Mercury retrograde. Amsterdam says, Bob, you said now Mercury is direct. What does that mean? All right, so when the planets are all, let's just use our chart here, in the sky, let's say they're all moving around the wheel, right? Well, think of it like cars going around a racetrack, right? Well, some of the cars start to lag behind, and instead of moving with the rest of the cars, they end up looking like they're in reverse, like they're going backwards. And they're not. It's an illusion that's created. But astrologers have discovered whenever that planet looks like it's lagging behind and going backwards, that all the communications go crazy. So going direct means that it's no longer appearing, it's back in sync, moving forward around the chart, around the wheel, zodiac wheel, with the other planets. That's what that means. Mercury actually, the Titan never actually goes backwards. It just has the illusion from this point on Earth and the movement that it creates the illusion of going backwards. You know. So there you go. So I hope that helps a little bit. John Thorne says, you're so easy to like and to admire, Bob. Oh, John, now don't look to me because I'm just a crazy guy. You don't want to be like me. You're sweet. Thank you, man. You're cool. Gosh. Stardust, he says, hey, Psychic Bob, what jewelry should Scorpio wear? Gold or silver? You know, that's a good question. I think it really comes down to what you feel attuned with. Now, Scorpio is a water sign and tends to be one of the more sensitive psychic signs. Silver is traditionally a more psychic metal, but for Scorpios, one of the colors is orange, like gold and orange candles are oftentimes burned. So I think, honestly, I don't think it matters. I think gold could easily work for Scorpio, but silver is associated with the moon, which is associated with water, and Scorpio is a water sign. So if you want to be super specific, probably silver is better, technically. But I think if you wear whatever you feel gives you power, you know. So if you wear gold, I don't think anything wrong with that, you know. Amsterdam says, my Scorpio sister wears gold. See? That's all right. With her smoky topaz. Ooh, that's a good stone. So honestly, I don't think it matters so much, you know. Baroness says, I'm a Scorpio moon. I wear a lot of it. I wear gold a lot and a lot of it. Yeah, she loves her gold. I'm a silver person. Once in a while I wear gold, though. It's surprising. Coley gets shocked when she sees me put on a gold pendant or ring. But like today I'm wearing a pewter, which is like a silvery metal. This is my horoscope wheel. I forgot to show that. This is a vintage 1970s astrology wheel, like our big wheel on the wall. Well, that's that in a pendant form. See? I'm going to take it off. You guys can see it. Got some glare here. It's done in enamel and pewter. Isn't that great? It's all the 12 signs and all the information on the wheel. Kind of cool, huh? I love stuff from the 70s. And I think jewelry in the 70s was great. It was all big and giant stuff. Amsterdam says, I split the difference. White gold. There's an answer. You can have the best of both worlds. Do you know, I have to tell you a story about white gold. So one year for Christmas, my mom, she said, well, what do you want? You want some jewelry? She knew I love jewelry. I've loved jewelry. I said, Mom, I could use a silver chain. I just love silver. Get me a silver chain. And she said, oh, okay. So that Christmas comes. I open my box and I see a beautiful silver chain. But as I'm looking, I'm like, that silver chain is awful bright. It's a little brighter than I remember silver being. And I look at it. She bought me a 14 karat white gold chain. Beautiful piece of jewelry. And I said, Mom, I told Silver, you didn't have to buy me gold. It was like back then it was probably like a $400 chain. The chain I wanted was like $80. And she bought me like a $400 white gold chain. And Mom goes, oh, I didn't know. And I said, well, why'd you end up buying white gold? She said, oh, I thought it was a pretty chain. I'm like, but Mom, it's way more expensive. And she says, well, I went in the jewelry store and she said, I told the salesman I was looking for something silver, and he took me and said, white gold looks just like silver. And Mom says, well, I thought it's all the same, so I just bought it. I was like, oh my God, that salesman totally had her, didn't he? Totally. He said, oh, it's all like silver. And she bought me a white gold chain. Unfortunately, it got stolen. That's a whole nother story. When I was in college, I got it when I was first in college, but I used to have white gold chain. Yeah. Anyways. Baroness Kolobob says, I've always believed as part gypsy, don't wear silver and gold together. It's bad luck. I don't know, Cole. I'm going to disagree. I mean, maybe that's the gypsy way. I don't know. I actually mix metals because, now they make this tri-gold. Have you seen it? It's like triple colors. It's like red gold, or what they call rose gold, yellow gold, and white gold. They put it in, like, mix in the chains and pendants. Anyways, I don't know. I usually don't. I mean, pretty much all silver. I usually don't mix it, but there have been times when I have, Amsterdam says, don't tell Burl Ives that. I get that reference. I wonder if anybody else is getting that reference. Burl Ives played a character in the 1960s animated Christmas show, and he sang a song called Silver and Gold. Silver and gold, silver and gold, silver and gold on a green Christmas tree. Oh my gosh, he gave me a flashback. That was good, Amsterdam. Oh my gosh. Anyways, well, I'm just so glad you guys are here. Listen, I'm going to wrap it up now because it's my day off and I'm hungry. I'm going to have dinner now and Netflix and chill and try to stay warm tonight. Make some more tea, curl up with my Netflix and cola, and enjoy the evening. You guys are the best. Listen, thank you for being here. Be here tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon for live psychic readings. Thank you for your wonderful astrology questions. Thank you for hanging out with us and having fun tonight. I have certainly had a wonderful time, and I hope you've had a wonderful time. And it's so fun just to hang out with you on the Monday nights. It's like our cozy gathering time, isn't it? Well, I've enjoyed it, so I hope you have too. Thank you, John. John says, stay warm, Bob. I'm sipping my tea and wrapped up. So anyways, listen, guys, PsychicBob loves you. See you tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon, live stream messages from the spirit world. Don't miss it. Oh, and don't forget, go over and register now for this Saturday psychic development class. You don't want to miss it. We're going to work on how to channel names, spirit names through. I think it'll be pretty cool for you guys. All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow for messages from the spirit world. Blessings to all of you, and good night.